Shalom, Israel. It's your brother Ananias once again for the nation of Israel, for A.O.I. And I want to come to you today to speak to you on an issue that plagues us, or to bring certain things to your attention that you may not even think about. I want to ask you, what's going on? Why do we suffer as a nation of people? Why is it that we enjoy killing one another? Why is it that we feel that we should be glorying in the fact that our forefathers, or that we go to prison and get locked up? Why do we glory in making whores out of our women? Why do we glory and turn our backs while our kids are in GOAT or being indoctrinized with things that are destructive to us as a nation of people? Why do we turn a blind eye, Israel? Why is it that we see a problem going on, but we take no steps to make adjustments, to make corrections? The crazy thing is, when we involve our kids into these sports, we teach them, we train them to be great. While they play these sports and these games, when they fall short or their team is losing, one of the things that they do at halftime or during the game is make adjustments. Why is it that we, as a nation of people, we see the problem and we see that we're losing in the game? Why is it that we fail to make adjustments? But we teach our kids to make adjustments, to think, if they won't change, to make change. But why is it when we see our people struggling on the bottom of society, why is it that we don't make change? Why is it that we go harder and harder to try to fit in society, to try to be more and more like our enemies who oppress us day in and day out? How is it that we can ignore what our enemies constantly do to us and have done to us throughout history? We ignore what they have done and what they continue to do, but we will never let go of the small things that we do to each other. For instance, if a brother owes me $20, I will turn my nose up at him, screw my face up at him. I won't speak to him. I'll leave the room when he comes in. Over $20. I will avoid this individual altogether. Over $20. But the Lord says, have mercy on your brother. Forgive thy neighbor. We find that hard to do. But he also tells us to separate ourselves from our enemies, according to Sirach 6:13. But we strive harder and harder to assimilate and to be in the midst of our enemies. That blows my mind, showing you that we are truly destroyed, as the Bible speaks of, according to Hosea 4:6. Everything that the Bible states for us to do as a nation of people, we seem to turn the other cheek, or turn and run the other way, just like Jonah did. But everything that the world tells us to do, which we know not to be beneficial, we follow head over heels for, earnestly. And it just blows my mind. How is it that the laws of God, who we all say we believe in, we reject as a nation of people? Even when you read the Bible and it tells you that the laws, statutes, and commandments were given to the Israelites. But for some odd reason, we want to put his commandments on the back burner, and we want to follow after the commandments of men, which teach us nothing, you know. And it just blows my mind. So I just wanted to ask you this question, Israel. What is it that you're willing to do to make change? If the Lord said your nation of people will make it to the kingdom just by you walking that fine, thin line to make it to the kingdom, so that your nation would be able to get there, would you be willing and ready to do so? That's the question. If your nation of people depended on you walking a straight and narrow line, meaning keeping the commandments and having the faith that by keeping the commandments you would get the kingdom, would you be willing to do that? Or would you just be caught up in the ways of this world, trying to go sleep with another woman, or another brother. Just go get your rocks off. Would you put down the pork that you've been eating for 30, 40, 50 years? The Lord said don't eat it. Would you put the pork down, the shrimp, crab, and lobster down to save your people? That's a real question. These are real issues that plague us as a nation, but we see these things going on. We know them to be wrong, but we don't make any change. So if you truly do love your people like you say you do, or you truly do love the Lord like you say you do, would you actually make change? If it all depended on you, because at the end of the day, it does depend on you, as well as the rest of us who have been awakened to this truth, it is our job to learn, to teach, and apply what is actually written in the scriptures. Because what's written, according to Romans 15:4, is written for our learning and for our benefit. So my question to you, once again, is if everything depended on you walking the straight and narrow path of righteousness to save your people, would you be willing and ready to do so? That is the question. Think upon this, because we need you just like I need you. Lord willing, you take this question in consideration and think deeply to want to change your mind. But I'm going to leave you with that. I'm Brother Ananias for A.O.I, The Awakening of Israel. As always, it's been an honor and a privilege to come before you, to speak with you. But don't take these things with a grain of salt. Don't let it go in one ear and out the other. Consider what we speak about. Think long and hard and make a decision, a righteous decision. But on that note, I love you and I'm out. Shalom.